And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. Tonight, we're menaging and twying. I don't even think that's a real word. Also known as a threesome. The sexy experience can go south if everyone isn't on the same damn page. So what's the best etiquette for people to keep in mind? My next guest had some advice, or have some advice for you. Joining me now, polyamory coach, Sanu Stevens. Glad to have you here on The Factor Uncensored. So first of all, people are wondering, have you ever been in a threesome? Tell us what your experience like. What are your credentials in this?
Well, yes, as a polyamory coach, I support couples and singles in the art of open love. I also have been and am non-monogamous. I've been for at least half a decade. And so this is something that I've been well versed in personally. And of course, I coach couples in doing this, so I have to advise, what do we do when we're in a relationship and we want to have a third in the bedroom?
And so is that difficult to even get through for a couple if they're used to just you and I, and all of a sudden there's this third person, you know, third wheel in there? Is it difficult to get used to?
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, if you're a monogamous couple and you're used to a monogamous relationship, especially if you've been together for a decade plus, it's going to be very different. And you need to really understand that and manage your expectations around the relationship, as in, what can we really expect in terms of our emotions and what comes up emotionally? We might get upset, right? We need protocols. What do we do if one of us wants to stop the arrangement or stop what's happening, right? It needs to be very long, extensive, and candid conversations about where are we actually at with this, why are we doing this, why do we want it, and how should we conduct this experience, right? Even understanding that we may catch feelings for the third person.
And that's what I'm thinking. When you're talking about humans, the basic human emotion of jealousy will do a lot of damage.
Absolutely, especially if the jealousy is not processed correctly. So jealousy is natural, it's an emotion, right? We definitely need to be in the habit of processing our emotions to understand what the root of them are and healing those triggers. I should not be so triggered by this emotion that I have this huge outburst and I may sabotage the relationship, or sabotage pleasure, or sabotage fun, or sabotage a new experience. I need to understand, why do I feel this way? Do I have an insecurity within myself that I need to address as a human being? Jealousy is natural, but making your partner responsible for your jealousy is not natural, and it can be quite toxic in a relationship.
And in which areas do you guys definitely all have to click in order to make this threesome work?
Oh, I mean, first of all, in terms of like mindset, do we all care about safe sex, first and foremost? Like, everyone has to be on the same mindset that we're not reckless people, we're not anarchists, right? We do care about, you know, that everyone is communicating as well. Is everyone in the loop, right? Do I care about this person's feelings? Am I empathetic enough to watch for them and see what they're feeling, what's going on with them, right? And to get them in the loop if they feel out the loop. Someone walks away in the middle of it, hey, what happened? Like, let's stop, where it's not a selfish experience, it's not just about me. I want to make sure you're good as well. So we all want to have that same mindset. You don't want to bring somebody in who's just like, yeah, you know, I'm here to party, I'm here to have fun.
Let's bring 4, 5.
Exactly, let's bring more people. Because especially if you're new to this, you really want somebody who's level-headed like you guys are, and who has the same ideology behind relationships you guys are. That means if you have a protocol, do they respect your protocol? If you say, look, this is our safe word, when we say fire engine, then we need you to stop, right? That they'd be like, yeah, I respect that. Are they willing to have a conversation before it starts, or they just want to dive right in? Are they, you know, a little bit sporadic, right? You want to look for somebody who has traits that you would look for really in dating if you were single.
Now, for those who want to do this to spice up a relationship, have you seen it where they thought this was the thing to do and they've damaged their entire relationship as a result of getting too damn spicy or not being prepared for the outcome?
Yeah, well, first of all, we can address that. Almost a fifth of marriages are sexless. So we do need solutions.
Wait, say that again?
Almost a fifth of marriages are sexless. That means they haven't had sex in 6 months or more. So there definitely is a need for a solution to that issue, that challenge. And the solution could be bringing some newness into the relationship. Again, if we manage expectations, if we make an agreement before, we need to be, as a couple, communicating very, very well. If you can't communicate heavy emotion to your partner, you're not ready for a threesome. If you're not ready for the possibility that I might actually be into this person, I might be polyamorous or non-monogamous or want an open marriage, then you're not ready for this relationship style. This, because this is non-monogamy, if we're really being frank about it. We're opening our relationship.
Thank you, ma'am. Excellent advice. We appreciate your time here on The Factor. Still ahead.